Hello, my name is Roger Kees and I work within CORMAC's Facility Services Division and also chair the CORMAC Safeguarding Group. I also sit alongside colleagues from other areas within the family of businesses within Cornwall Council, such as Cornwall Housing, Tempest Leisure, IFCA and the Cornwall Development Company. And we also have representation on the Council's corporate steering group responsible for safeguarding. That mechanism ensures that we are and remain engaged in the safeguarding agenda, drawing together to share good practices and looking at opportunities and information to share. This forms a conduit of two-way communication and embeds safeguarding in all of our organisations. Last year, for instance, with fellow members within the family of businesses, we developed and introduced our declaration of commitment to safeguarding children and vulnerable adults. As chairman of the CORMAC Safeguarding Group, I need to ensure we have policies and procedures in place and that these are accessible. These can be viewed on our website, but as so many of our colleagues are operational and hard to reach, we have to ensure we communicate appropriately with them, so guidance in paper form together with newsletters and toolbox talks are a must. We really aim to ensure that everyone understands and is fully aware of what safeguarding is, know what to do and who to contact if they come across a situation that causes concern, and feel assured that it will be treated in confidence by appropriately trained professionals. The setting up and regular reviews of our safeguarding action plan is also essential, particularly to identify and establish training requirements, not only around the safeguarding agenda but also prevent, which is the government strategy in relation to the radicalisation of the vulnerable. Within the CORMAC Safeguarding Group, we have representation across all divisions within the business. I'm particularly responsible for around 650 cleaning staff, many of whom work in locations that house children and/or vulnerable adults. Those who come under regulated activity criteria have to have an enhanced DBS check, and in all cases as part of induction we cover safeguarding to get the message across from day one so they have advocate contact details and guidance on appropriate behaviour. Everyone knows that this cannot be a one-off exercise, as the safeguarding message has to be continuous to keep it fresh and alive in all our minds, and that's a responsibility of all of us to share.
My name's Madeline. I'm the contracts manager for CORMAC Property Maintenance Facility Services. Like most contractors in the building industry, we've perhaps been guilty of seeing things and talking about them and not really acting upon them. And I think now the current climate and as it should be, we should be seen to be doing something about that. And as I said to the team, every little helps. If anything causes you concern, it's going to probably cause somebody else concern. And we've now got an avenue and a process to actually record that and do something about it. In terms of our future business opportunities, I think it's good that we have an awareness of our community and the type of communities we work in. And obviously we can affect those communities by and how we deliver the service, and hopefully be seen within the local community as somebody that is aware of what's out there and what we need to do to support it. We've worked on the Gypsy sites. We're now getting involved in social housing as well. We're looking at, certainly in terms of the diversity side, we're working with disabled adaptations. So again, it's about meeting on site. We work with OTs, so we look at specific child needs in schools. And hopefully, in terms of our current business, we are seen as a good contractor, that the council are very comfortable using us, and we've delivered good performance in those areas.
My name is Tracy, I'm the Company Secretary for CORMAC. A part of my responsibility is to ensure we're legally compliant, and secondly is to make sure that our corporate social responsibility reaches our communities. So on that basis, safeguarding is really important to me as part of our duty, but also to make a commitment and contribution to our community. I don't know if you're aware, but over 3,000 adults were reported to have been suffering abuse in Cornwall over the last 12 months. Some of that was around the psychological abuse, some was it around actual physical abuse, and some was around just simply not being looked after in terms of neglect. Nationally, 1 in 4 women are likely to suffer abuse during their lifetime, and 1 in 6 men are likely to suffer abuse. Turning to children, 11% of boys are likely to suffer sexual abuse while they're in their childhood years, and 21% of girls are likely to suffer sexual abuse. These statistics are just not acceptable, and CORMAC wants to do its bit in helping to resolve some of these issues. I don't know if you're aware, but CORMAC employs over 2,000 staff, some of which work in schools, some in people's homes, some out on the highways, and some of course in our communities. It's important that we consider ourselves to have eyes and ears on the ground, and we want to do our bit in making sure we raise alerts, and we have 30 or more safeguarding advocates in place where our staff can report issues that they're concerned about. Our safeguarding advocates then can raise the alert and make sure that the information gets to the right authorities. CORMAC prides itself in our work within the community, and many of our staff feel that they're part of the communities. During our lifetimes, we're likely to hear or see abuse taking place, so we're very keen to make sure we help to prevent this going forward, particularly for our children and vulnerable adults. CORMAC staff really do care about what happens in our community, and we're here to help, and together I'm sure we will make a difference on the safeguarding agenda and help to prevent many of these awful things that are happening.